you're home. Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I startle you? You look very alkaline today. Do you need a breathing treatment? I have soap. I have brought my own soap that I've crafted with my own hands with resources from the earth. Would you like to sniff it? I find that when I am especially alkaline, a few sniffs of this makes everything all right. I'm sorry? Well, I waited around out front, and then you didn't come home, so I just let myself in, and I felt this aura, this river of vibes in your home, and they led me into this space. I'm not exactly sure where I am, however. This room is very unfamiliar to me. Would you mind explaining it to me? There are some odd items that I encountered upon the way, my path to this space, and I brought them with me because I wasn't sure that I should leave them alone. Maybe you could help me, because I need help with two things, actually. If you count that, and then you add the thing that I originally came here for. And I know that this must strike you as odd, because I am not normally the person who needs help. I dispense assistance. I was placed on this plane to assist people like you who need lots of help. That's why I'm here. That's the sum total of my existence and being a mummy to my littles, because my littles are my world. That's part of the reason why I'm here today in this, what do you call this room? A bathroom. Bathroom. That sounds familiar. I'm almost thinking that I once knew someone who had one of those. It's a very strange placement of things. This chair that I'm sitting on is very odd. It seems to have a function, but I'm not sure what it is. The seat goes up and down, and there's water in there. Can you help me? Oh, I do apologize. My name is Harvest. I'm your neighbor. Well, so in a sense, I live in a yurt about 50 yards away. Yes, you have to cross over the creek with the cool water where it flows. And that's where I place my existence on most days. And then other times I go to my actual house. But I find that it has bad mojo, so I stay away from there. I've been living in my yurt. I find it very cleansing to live a minimalistic existence. It's helping me grapple with the thing that I've come here to seek your assistance with. How did I get in? Maybe we just won't worry about that. Would you like a sniff of my soap? I find that sometimes when I sniff this, it helps me forget things. A rabid raccoon helped me make it, and I find that it's very escapist. He was very helpful. See, I don't know if I am ready to delve into the depths of my question for you. I'm thinking you're going to receive it incorrectly and become angry with me. I don't understand why you would feel any sense of anger at finding me in your, what was it called? Bathroom? I'm not, does that mean that you bathe in here? Do you bathe in this seat with the water? Do I bathe? Of course I bathe. I bathe in the beautiful, cool mist of pure essence. And my soap, of course. See, I'm guessing that you've fallen for the mass-produced cleansing products that they make out there, and they put them in plastic bottles, and you buy these things. You smell like mass-produced perfumes and scents. It's not appealing. That might be part of the reason why you startle so easily. See, what a lot of people don't understand is that when you use these products on your body, they affect your aura, and your chakra becomes completely disaligned. And then things that shouldn't bother you, like finding me in this room for the bath, Things like that should not bother you cause you great distress, and you do appear to be very distressed. I must insist that you sniff this. Take a few deep cleansing breaths of the soap. Take a breath. That's right. You sound as if you have congestion in your chest. I'm sorry? There's a sickness going around? There's a what? Oh, a pandemic? Oh, that's cute. Now, I don't worry myself with things like that. No. See, when one lives a pure, deliberate, meaningful life, one doesn't have to worry about things like that. I'm thinking that your consumption of many things has led you to have these irrational concerns. Take another sniff. Isn't that nice? Do you notice the metallic? It's almost like an aftertaste that hits the back of your nasal passages. Isn't that nice? Yet the rabid raccoon said that I would get used to that eventually, and he was right. See, at first, whenever I would sniff it, it was almost like I felt as if I was walking on train tracks. And then there was this light coming at me, and I thought it was hope. Not my cousin, but I thought it was something to look forward to, and then it was a train. At the last moment, I would wake up like a nightmare. It's indicative of everything in my life that has been turned upside down, and it just led me to this room of the baths, sitting on a chair full of water, talking to you of all people. Bless your heart. Well, I brought that in here. Yeah, please don't touch it. I think it's contaminated. And I was going to ask you about that. I think perhaps I should leave it up to you. Do you want to know the things that concern me? Do you want to know the reason why I seek your counsel? Or do you want to answer some questions for me about these strange things in your house? Because, even when I need your help, I'm still more than happy to point out flaws. It gives my life such purpose to find things wrong with you. Would you like to know? Would you like to know? Because I've already spotted several. No? Oh, well, maybe later. That's fine. See, I'm very ornately dressed today. My little Haven. Do you remember Haven? We waved at you while you were in the car line for the school that your littles go to. We were out collecting elderberries for a soup, and we waved at you, and you looked at me as if you didn't know who I was. It was very funny. I think you were making a joke, and we waved at you. And remember? Do you remember the little that was with me? That was my little Haven. Oh, she is something. She is 132 months old. And we had a celebration today. We made daisy chains. We had a maypole. See, I know you felt this way with your littles. She finally mastered her 50th language yesterday, so we had to celebrate. So tell me, when your littles reached their 50th language mastery, what did you do to celebrate? Did you do different things for each little, or did you just go with the tried and true trip down the river Styx? What did you do? Can you say that again? Your littles don't speak 50 languages? Oh, how old are they? Oh my goodness. Have they surpassed it? Are they close? How many languages are they up to? And you shouldn't feel bad, because just between you and me, Haven got a little hung up on Old English. And I said, don't worry, sweetheart. It's your 47th language. For me, the 47th was really hard too. It's okay. But it was all right, because along the way, she got a couple of PhDs. So, I cut her a little slack for that, because she was a little bit busy with other work. I'm sorry. No, I do not believe it. I don't take medication. I don't need to take medication. I am medication. That's what you don't understand. I am here to inoculate you from the nonsense that is your life. I want to help. I truly want to help, especially now that I know that your children are so sorely lacking in their language acquisition. My lovely little Mgi. No, Mgi with the back of the throat. Mgi. We have a class at 3 on Tuesdays. Perhaps you should stop by. Just come to the Yurt, though. Don't go to the house. I have it hexed off right now. There's sage around the door. It's really not safe. Don't go there. Just come to the Yurt. It's already blessed and cleansed, and I've smoked it out and everything. The rabid raccoon helped me with that as well. He is so generous. Although he did eat all of my arugula. I'm still upset about that, by the way. So, I hear sirens. Did you have something to do with that? Did you submit something through the air? I find that very pesky if you did. We had a celebration. I wore my special earrings. I had to cut down 3 cedar trees to get the beads to make these because they all had to be perfect, of course, for the celebration of the 50th language. She is really something. I don't know what I did to have such a smart, talented, wonderful little... I guess I'm just lucky. So, I mentioned Guy. Perhaps you have seen Guy. He was at my home recently making a canoe. Have you ever been by the Yurt? You should come by. It's a very special place. He was out there making a canoe. He makes canoes for underprivileged children. He's very brilliant, talented. He's up to 72 languages. Oh, they grow up so fast. It's amazing. So, you know what? I'm just going to ask, because sometimes I have to tell myself, Harvest, you hold back too much. You have to be more bold and just ask people things and speak to them. Don't be scared. I'm trying to be more direct with people and trying to not be such a shrinking violet with everyone. I noticed this. This was sitting on the back of my chair. What is this? Toilet paper. This is very flimsy paper. How did you weave this? It looks as if it has holes in it, yet it doesn't. Is this magic? You didn't make this? Well, if you didn't make it, how did you come to acquire it? Ew. I'm not interested. I heard about this. Yes. Well, I was selling chickpeas at the farmer's market a few months ago, and I heard someone speaking of this toilet paper, and apparently it was very valuable a few months ago. Did you acquire it at that time at a high price? I imagine that you did acquire it at an unreasonable price, and now you are stuck with it. What exactly do you do with toilet paper? I'm serious. I'm sorry. You're going to have to help me with this. So you wipe your backside. How does that work exactly? It's very large. I see that. So there's... Oh, it has layers. Ew. Is this going to make me sick? Because you didn't craft this with your own 2 hands from the loving earth. Is it dangerous? I'm sorry, maybe you should just stay in the room. I'm developing a strange vibe from you. I'm thinking you're going to go fetch someone. Just stay here because we need to talk some more. So you pull it this way. It's separating. Is it supposed to do that? Oh my goodness, I have so much to learn about people. So you peel it away and okay. And then what do you put it in the water. Sometimes I have to remind myself that everyone doesn't live the way I do. Harvest, I have to say to myself, not everyone is enlightened and purposeful, and you have to explain things. See, what you don't understand is that if you have toxins seeping out of your body, if you're excreting toxins, that's because you're ingesting toxins. It's the only reason. Now, what you speak of, I don't experience. So I have no need for such devices or items. I mean, it's just, it's full of something. I can sense it. I feel weight and heaviness, darkness and evil spirits from it. I'm going to bless it with my soap, and it will bless your backside, and maybe you will feel better after you use it. We'll just blow it away. It's fetid. When you ingest toxins, you excrete toxins. If you live a clean, purposeful, directed life, you won't do that anymore. Oh, no. I'm not saying mine doesn't stink. I'm saying it doesn't exist. Because I don't put toxins in my body. I don't put them on my body. So I have no need for that. I have no need for this bathroom that you speak of. Because it's you've been sold a bill of goods, and instead of being an individual, you're being a sucker. I hate to say it, but you've fallen for the lie that you've been sold. You're giving your money to these companies, and they're selling you things that you don't need. All you have to do is just listen. Go outside, take your shoes off, walk in the grass, walk in the mud, but don't walk on the train tracks, because sometimes when you do see a light coming in, it's a train, and sometimes it's hard to tell reality from imagination. Even after you sniff for a while, it starts to blur. Take your shoes off, go outside, walk around, and experience the grounding effect of your naked feet on the earth. And then you can take your first step and start to really understand what it means to live a whole life. You're living life in parts. You're compartmentalizing and biting your life up into little pieces. Not necessary. It's totally unnecessary. I'm so glad I stopped by today and came to your room of the bath. This is a wonderful talk that we're having. Now, this is another thing. I saw this in there on that little counter thing. It looked like it had bowls. What are those? Oh, sinks. And what are they for? Really? Oh my goodness, you have totally fallen for it. You don't need to do any of that. You don't need to wash your face or brush your teeth. Oh wow. You know, the bacteria and stuff that you experience in your mouth, I don't have. My littles don't have it because we don't consume garbage. I know that you buy your stuff because I've looked through your trash. No offense, but you buy lots of junk and you feed it to your littles and you eat it yourself. I know that you have a stash of candy bars. I've seen the wrappers in the trash can. By the way, they're not recyclable. Don't put them in the recycle bin anymore because they're actually not recyclable. And shame on you for buying that because it's not recyclable. You don't need to be eating it anyway. And then when you just put these Mylar wrappers into the environment, you're just making things worse for everyone. So not only are you going to die prematurely, you're going to choke a seagull somewhere that you never even met. Now, how does it feel to know that a stranger is going to die? A little seagull, his name is probably Harvey, he probably has a family, and you're going to kill him because you had to have a Milky Way bar. My goodness, the depths of your selfishness know no bounds. I mean, I know you're doing your best. I'm sure you're doing your best. But you are a horrible person. No offense. No offense at all. But you are truly an absolute horror of a human being. So you buy products and you use products. And all they do is make everything worse. You are complicating matters that don't need to be complicated. We have a perfectly good cool stream down there. That's where I get my water. That's all I drink. The chemical plant? What about it? Oh, I'm sure. There's no. See, that's where you're wrong. You were told that that was the chemical plant. I haven't seen anything. I mean, every now and then the water has a little film on it. That's probably just from the pine needles. You know, they have oily finishes on them. It gets on the water. It doesn't affect anything. So as I was saying, what is this? Is this something I shouldn't ask about because I'm a little concerned? It says sweet pumpkin roll. Is that a euphemism for something? It's a what? How did you knit this? Oh, it smells toxic. It's a timberwick candle. It's a scented candle. It crackles when it burns, according to this little label here. Well, maybe, and I don't want to be too direct, but I have to be. Maybe if you lived a more purposeful life and had more focus, you could be your own light in the world and you wouldn't need to light it artificially. You know, I'm thinking maybe you should just come stay with me at the Yurt. See, my darling Fisher, he wants desperately to come home. He really does, but his assistant Misty said that they're exploring alluvial floodplains and they're peeling back layers together and they're exploring depths and they've been drilling a lot. So, unfortunately, he's going to have to stay away for a little while longer. So, see, my Haven is off studying again for her 51st language. So, and the other problem I have is why I'm here to talk to you today. I don't know how to feel about it, but you know, I find myself to be quite alone. And when the rabid raccoon finally passes away, I don't know who I'm going to talk to. So I'm thinking with all the help that you need, I think you would be an ideal roommate. Of course, I could never live here. It would take forever to cleanse all the rooms in this house because it's infested in every corner with disarray and discontent. Everything in here just smells like despair. I'm not really sure why that is, but it's especially strong from this. I found this in your kitchen and it's really just emanating from here. What is this? I am aware that it's a bag, but did you make this on your loom? Did you notice that your letters are not the same size? Did you notice you didn't make this? Okay, I'm just going to have to be very direct and ask you, what do you do all day if you aren't weaving and you are not knitting? What are you doing if you are not crafting from the good earth with your own two hands? What do you do all day? Your littles? Well, you know, that's what disorganized people say. Yeah, you may have reproduced, but, and I don't mean any offense, but you may have reproduced. I don't think you've quite earned the title of mommy because it's clear that your littles are not your whole world. If you're bringing home this, please tell me that they did not consume anything from this bag. I can see the grease on it. I can see little dots. I know what grease looks like. That's grease. So you're saying that food is in here. No wonder I'm getting such a vibe from this. So what's this place called? McDonald's? I would never eat McDonald's. Ugh. Anything that fouls a bag like that, you do not need to be putting in your body, and you definitely tell me you did not feed this to your littles. They're going to pass away. You did? You gave them food from this place? McDonald's? Okay, that settles it. That settles it. Your littles are coming to live with me at the Yurt. They need direction. They need guidance. They need stability, and clearly they're not getting it from you. They will not get it from you. You buy McDonald's? Grease-filled. Is this a disposable napkin? Okay. Okay, this is an emergency. This is a dire situation. I should not even be touching this. One moment. This appears to be written. This has English print on it. Did you make this? Do you keep this on your hands to ward off the grease spirits? Ew, there's salt in there. What was contained in this envelope? French fries. I don't know what that is. So you take a potato, which is already unhealthy, you cut it up and you fry it in oil and salt it. I cannot think of a worse thing. What a complicated process to eat something so terrible for you. I'm very disappointed in you, I have to be honest. I knew from looking through your trash that you don't cook and you eat garbage. I didn't realize it had reached this level. So I believe I will be going to this school to collect your littles today. They will be coming home with me. Oh, no, that's okay. You don't need to call anyone. This is all I need to know here. It says here that you can get an app. What is an app? Oh, technology. Oh, I don't do technology. And if you were smart, you wouldn't either. Yeah, it's give you cancer. Nutrition. Oh, you can get offers, nutrition, and more from the McDonald's app. I'm sure there's lots of nutrition in these things. Oh, it touched me. I think some of the grease got on me. Ugh. Your house is rancid. Your home is not fit for human habitation. Please tell me you do not have pets that share your domicile. You don't. That's wonderful. That's one less thing I have to worry about. Although, when I lose my rabid raccoon, I wouldn't mind having another animal to share my space. But I'll have your littles. That will be wonderful. So, I'm going to get comfortable with you now and tell you what I need help with. Because I feel that we've broken through some barriers today. I've been able to be very direct with you, and that gaping open mouth that you're looking at me with tells me that I'm getting through to you. The information is going straight into that gaping maw on your face. It's very encouraging. So here's my problem. What is your name? That's right. Here's my problem. So, my little Ngi? No, with the back of the throat. Ngi? Now, just, honey, you'll sprain something. Don't keep trying. Tuesday at 3, come to the Yurt. I'll give you a class. It starts with the number 7, and then I'll show you the rest of the spelling from there. My lovely little Ngi is 192 months old today, and he's been offered a teaching position at Sister Bertha Better Than You University in underwater basket weaving. This should be a proud day for me. It should be, but I'm not proud. I wanted him to go to High and Mighty College and do his teaching there. And not only that, at High and Mighty College, they have organic underwater basket weaving, which of course is better. Sister Bertha Better Than You University. They only have regular underwater basket weaving. There's no chance for advancement. He won't listen to me. I try to explain, Ngi, you have to think about the future. You have to think about the organic purity of your underwater baskets. When you weave them, they are not organic. It's bad. That's bad. Organic is good. You must go to High and Mighty University. Go to High and Mighty College. And he just won't listen to me. Do you know what he said to me just yesterday when he finished the canoe for the underprivileged children? He literally looked at me. He literally looked at me and said, "Whatever, Harvest." I thought you said you had no pets that share your home. No animals? I hear a cat. I hear a cat. No, I don't hear it anymore. Did you hear that? Maybe it was like that unicorn that came into my yard the other day. Guy swears up and down there was no unicorn. He has no vision. He looked at me and he said, "Whatever, Harvest." He called me Harvest. He's never called me that. He's always called me Mummy, because I'm a mummy. It's my life. It is my calling. Well, that and helping people like you and need my help. Really need my help. Because I believe the children are our future. Well, not your children, but, motivated, good children, They're our future. There is no future at Sister Bertha Better Than You University underwater basket weaving. He will never be tenured. He will be stuck as an associate for years. I just don't see any chance of advancement. So now he won't speak to me simply because I suggested that High and Mighty would be better. So my question for you, and see, I thought you were the perfect person to ask about this. What do you do when your children just are complete screw-ups? I mean, Guy is not a screw-up, but you would know about that. So how do you reconcile your own sense of being just amazing with that? What do you do when your children are just train wrecks like yours? I mean, how do you handle it? I mean, they go to government school, so, no offense, but I can only imagine what they must be like. I don't understand. I'm sorry. Did I offend you? I didn't mean to offend you. I just thought you could understand and help me deal with the situation. I don't understand what I said that was so offensive. And here's the thought. Maybe you're not offended. Maybe I've just hit on an issue that you need to work on. Yeah, I said it. I sure did. Maybe it's something that you feel self-conscious about because you know it's a problem, and you're projecting that onto me because I brought it up. Maybe. But what would you do in my situation? I mean, I see such promise in Guy. My Guy. Underwater basket weaving is his life. Well, that and canoes and traveling the world and speaking 72 languages, but I just hate to see him throw his life away like that. Go for the organic underwater basket weaving. Wouldn't you want your littles to do the same? I mean, well, I don't know what would be the best they could ever achieve. Maybe they could learn to write one day, or read something. Oh, I would never say that your children weren't smart. I'm sure they're brilliant. Whew. But yeah, you have to be able to help me here. How am I going to live with the fact that my little is not fulfilling his potential? I can't tell him what to do. So what do I do? See, I knew the other day when I saw you walking out to put the trash out, and you had on that shirt, and it said "Good Enough Mom" on it. your mass-produced shirt that you think makes you look so clever, but it just kind of makes you look like every other mom around here, except me. But I knew you could understand. I knew you could help me. What do I love my little? Of course I do. Of course I do. No, I can't accept Sister Bertha better than you university. It's substandard. Their underwater basket weaving class is not organic. That's a deal breaker. I understand that it's his life, but there's also my life. What about me? What about how this impacts me? Nobody stops to think about harvest and how this affects her. It's all about me. It's about my career. I want to be a professor at Sister Bertha better than you university. I guess, in a way, the universe has sent me this as a test to see if I will respond as you would, where you just kind of throw up your hands as you do with everything involving your littles and just go, whatever, doesn't really matter. It's good enough. I'm a good enough mom. You're just okay. If only being a mommy were that easy. For real mummies, not just people who reproduce, but real mummies. So, yeah, unfortunately, I cannot just accept it like you do. Just throw my hands up, just whatever. I can't do it. No. I think my rabid raccoon and I are going to have to take a little trip. Maybe I could load him up in the basket on my bicycle and take a trip to Sister Bertha Better Than You University and have a talk with whoever Mgi's boss would be and explain the situation. He's clearly better than that. He belongs at High and Mighty College. He belongs at High and Mighty University. The organic underwater basket weaving. And I'm not going to stop till I make that happen. I refuse to don a mass-produced shirt that says, "Good enough, Mom," because I am not good enough. I am perfect. I am the best. And I know it. I define my entire existence by my littles. They are everything to me. And I'm not going to lie down and just let the world run over me like you have. And soothe myself with Starbucks and body wash. I'm not going to do it. So, I'm going to pick up your littles from school when they get out, take them home, start their education. And I'm going to settle them in with a little bit of Cantonese, and then I'm headed off to the university. I'm going to stop this before it starts. So you rest easy. I know you're always looking for an excuse to take a nap or drink some wine, because that's what mummies do, right? We just drink wine and say it's good enough. And that makes us feel better as we raise subpar children. Yeah, so you can go have a glass of wine from the box and take a nap. And I'll go pick up your littles and we'll get started on some real education. I'm really glad we did this today. So I'm going to leave the room of the baths and leave you with your special chair with the water in it. I'm going to set out on my adventure. And you can just sit here and be good enough. I'm sure that will work for you.